Hey, what's up? It's me, Raven. I want to read something out to you about a lesbian woman who had a funeral and it was canceled the last minute. I'm going to show you her picture and I'm going to read this stuff off to you. Church in Colorado canceled a woman's funeral at the last minute because she was a lesbian. Vanessa, 33, was killed on December the 30th in Denver when her gun went off as she was cleaning it. When her loved ones gathered to celebrate Collier's life, I hope I'm probably butchering her last name up, they were cast out by the church. Here's what we know. The funeral was called off 15 minutes after it was due to start. Okay, this is the picture right here that's supposed to be getting so much negativity when it came down to the funeral of Vanessa. Hundreds of friends and loved ones gathered for Vanessa's funeral at the New Hope Ministries Chapel in Lakewood, Colorado on January the 10th. The church was packed with an open casket on display. At the last minute, the church canceled the funeral after learning that the tribute video would include photos of Vanessa kissing her wife, Christina. Vanessa's family refused to edit the video at the request of the church founder, Pastor Ray Chavez. The funeral had been due to start at 10 a.m. and at 10:15, those at the chapel were told that due to technical difficulties, the service will be moved to the nearby funeral home. The Denver Post distraught mourners had to help carry flowers. Pallbearers were forced to load Vanessa's casket back into the hearse for the drive to the nearby funeral home. And this is her friends organized Dignity Within Death protests at the funeral. This is all happening at this girl's funeral. This is so horrible. Vanessa's family and friends outraged at the organized protest. You know, I'm a child of a lesbian mother. This is what mother said. I'm a child of a lesbian mother, and if a mom was to die, I would want dignity in her death. I'm also against bigotry and stand with my friends Vanessa family seeking an apology and refund from the pastor of the New Hope Ministries. The act that took place at the funeral was wrong, and the family should never have to go through that. Okay, this is another one of the pictures. It says, as a pastor of the church, didn't want any open homosexuality. The funeral had been held, and this is the pastor, allegedly, that done all this type of stuff. And, you know, it was the photos were denied and stuff like that, and this was the pastor. Okay. Allegedly, this took place. Okay, I'm going to talk to you in a few seconds. What's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's going on, people? Ooh, what's going on, people? It's a day of another day we call Wednesday. Anyway, that being said, what's going on, people? I'm coming to you with some XL news. Let's do it together. Okay, I'm coming to you with some disappointing news once again. The LGBT community is being treated bad once again, as we already know. It's so funny because in the world we live in, there's so many gay people that are doing so many things as far as, you know, decorating, putting home improvement together, helping designs, helping fashion, helping doing a lot of different things. And it's so funny because we always talk about at church, and we speak of church, we always speak of God of love. How come it is that the most hate we receive is always through the church? Not just through the church, but people use God to do their wrongful doings and stuff like that. You know, if God created me and God created you, then why is there so much bad about me and so much great about you? But anyway, I'm going to get off of that subject right now. I'm going to talk in reference to the church. I don't knock your, listen, start from the beginning. I do not knock your religion, whatever you believe in, you need to do for you, for that's what you need to do for you. But remember, if you preach of a God of love and you promote hate, and you're telling somebody they should do all this, repent, repent, you're telling men that are gay to go be with women and destroy a woman's life. You're telling a woman who is a lesbian to go be with a man and destroy the man's life. This is the thing. There was a woman by the name of Vanessa. I'm going to, excuse me, her name is Vanessa. Her last name is Collier. I'm probably messing her last name up, so I'm just going to say Vanessa. 33 years old. She was a lesbian. She was dating a girl by the name of Christina. They called each other wife. You know, they were married and stuff like that. And Vanessa was cleaning her gun out one day, and the gun went off, and it killed her. So basically, what happened was they went and had the funeral at a church. And what happened was when they got to the church and stuff like that, which I had read to you earlier, I'm not really familiar, I forgot the name of the church, but it's not that important to me because I don't even want to give it that much promotion. Anyway, they got to the church and stuff like that, and they did the video and stuff like that, you know, and celebrating her life as far as, you know, through the funeral. And what happened was the preacher didn't agree with it, so he stopped the service within 15 minutes, within 15, it's a discrepancy between 5 or 15 minutes within the service going on. They had an open casket and everything of Vanessa's body, and he stopped it right in the middle, told them they had to edit the video or they had to get out. So they was like, we're not going to edit the video. Why would you edit a video when you're already in the middle of the service and it's about to go? Once you just finish the video, you know, they're going out your hair, stuff like that. And they didn't want to do that because it doesn't make sense to edit something when, you know, but it is his church and stuff like that and his right. So he said, well, since y'all not going to do it, y'all have to basically get the casket and everything else and do the funeral somewhere else. So they went down the street to another funeral home, which was nearby by the left, and go ahead and have the funeral there. So they had to get up the pallbearers, had to get the flowers and, you know, get the casket, put it back in the hearse and take it down to a funeral home and have the funeral there. I think that is so disgusting on so many levels. Whatever happened to human life? You know what amazes me, and this is, and I'm going to try to stay really biased on this because I'm very angry, because this is, okay, stay focused, right? Okay, this is my thing. You know, they're in the middle of it, it's only going to take a few seconds and stuff like that, and, you know, it's already over with, you can go. And, you know, if that's the way he felt and stuff like that, he could have just told them, you know, way before in advance, I don't want to have y'all inside my church, I don't want to have that. You know, I just think it's so amazing how we preach of God of love, but yet still we sit inside the church of God of hate. Okay. I have to say what I have to say, and forgive me if I'm going to defend anyone, but I have to say what I say. For you people who sit up inside of these churches and stuff like that, and you hear the preacher say, well, I got to say what I got to say, men without men, women without women, and da-da-da-da-da. If y'all sit inside that church and y'all hear that preacher saying those type of things, I hate to say this, but you should really I have to say this, I'm trying to say this in a really nice way instead of saying really nasty, but you should really sit down and think of what they're actually saying. Would you go to a Klans meeting knowing that you're black and sitting up there and they're protesting about how much they need to kill the black people off, and you're going to pass around a little tie to help them, you know, to try to kill them, or whatever race you may be, but you have another, that's a bias, that's against whoever you are. Why would you sit up there and support it? You sit up beside these churches, stuff like that, you want to help him get to this level. Oh, the Lord is blessing me, the Lord is blessing me. I see it back and I watch all this stuff like that, you know, you want to sit back there. So, and my thing is this, is that if you want to preach the word of God and stuff like that, because, you know, you think that God sat down and wrote this Bible and sent it to you. God didn't send that stuff to you. You only go by what someone has passed down a generation, and things have been passed down so many times have been rewritten. We got the King James, we got the James, we got so many different versions that's going on. Who knows what is the truth? Everybody has a different story. But if you promote God of love, you could never go wrong on that. But if you promote God of hate, you need to think about it. And the thing about it is that a lot of people go to church, stuff like that, and they listen to it and they sit right there in the church. Well, I'm not going to take that part, but you're supporting it. You're making it stronger. So if you're making it stronger, don't sit back and talk about all this stuff. Like, that's why I can't stand you Bible-slinging whores that sit up there and talk about all this stuff about God and stuff like this. And then you sit up here talking about how much the Lord and this and that. You don't want no homosexual stuff inside of your church. Well, have your congregation to sit up there as homosexual. Have your women sit up there are bigots and whores and prostitutes. Have your men sit up there or gay or down low or fucking fornicating and sit up there with fucking every damn woman up inside the church, trying to find out what new woman comes inside the church, stuff like that. Here it is, y'all want to talk about stuff like, you know, don't, God should not kill, but yet still y'all got chicken Sundays. It is so disgusting. I'm just over it. I'm over it. You know, I'm really over it. And it makes me upset because y'all promote it. And as long as y'all promote it, they're going to promote what they got to promote. And people that's not going to love you is going to love you. And people that's not going to love you is not going to love you. For to sit up there and tell a mother not to love her child because of what it is. And then we got so many children out here that's walking the streets that do not have a parent anymore, living by the Bible war, and the man is sitting up there fucking the little boys up inside the pews, and he's supposed to be the goddamn pastor. Anyway, that being said, I'm about to go to the left. I'm about to get off of this because I believe that God created me just like God created you. He made me tall, He made you short. So what is it wrong with you that's so much wrong with me? When you sit up there and you judge someone, remember, you sit up there and you talk about a man of God. God says, he who hath not sinned cast the first stone. Judge not, but yet you judge and you sin, and then you want the money from the thing. And then the thing about it is that you don't care, and y'all promote it. You gay people, you promote it. So, not all of you, but, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to get off right now because I don't want to go back to the Lamar and said a couple of bad words, and I didn't want to talk about that. But my thing is this to the family of Vanessa. My heart goes out to you. I'd like to apologize for the ignorance that she had to receive on this earth. And I still love you, and I love you, Christine, and I hope we stay strong within this dilemma that we seem to go through, because as we move forward, time's supposed to change, but so many things remain the same. My thing is this, is that I just wish people would just look at a lot more of the things that they're supporting and stuff like that, and just in reference to just being somebody who's out there trying to listen to the message, but you're not to listen to the person who doesn't. Would you sit back and listen to someone who's giving a sermon about saving human lives, knowing that they took your parents, that they killed your family off? Would you sit back and you believe them? You know, everything in the Bible ain't been written by God. Everything that's up there is not from God. Everything is what people feel as though they need to follow. People feel as though it needs to go into these spectrums within life. If you go to everybody, there's always a different story with every church, with every religion and stuff like that. You know, that's why I just go straight to the man above. I talk to the man above because I know whatever he wants me to do, whatever he wants me to be, he's going to put me there. And I always keep my faith within God. Anybody who's into doing anything different, that's on you. That's between you and your God. That's why I don't say that when the churches be handing out meat and flowers, I say, I don't want that. I don't want nothing you're going to give me. I don't care if it's good or bad or if they're indifferent. I don't want it. Because I learned a lot. One thing in life is that people use God to do their dirty work. And as long as they do use God to do their dirty work, only thing a lot of people are going to do is end up depressed, in liquor stores, drunk, strung out on drugs, give up on life and stuff like that. If we talk about God of love, then where's the love at? Anyway, that being said, that's why I started my own channel to talk to the younger generation, stuff like that, to let them know that they're a child of God and don't try to commit suicide. No, I will not get to everyone, but only to do what I can do. Anyway, that being said, I just want to put it out there and stuff like that. You know, the thing about it is that the reason why people do stuff like this and these ministers do like stuff, because y'all support it. Y'all support it. Y'all believe anything. Y'all believe you believe anything. Anything that goes against somebody, but when it goes against you, that's when the story changes. Anyway, that being said, I just want to stop right there. And I want to say, rest in peace, Vanessa. And Christina, you're in our prayers. In my prayers, anyway. So I want to say, hello, owner people, boom. I want to say, oh, people, bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I want you to do you. I want you to do you the best way you can. If nobody don't like it, then fuck them.